Hello once again, Wildcats. Welcome to another edition of Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health. My name is Paul Roper, joined by Davidson head football coach Scott Abel. As the Cats get ready for a big week, not only is it going to be senior night against the Dayton Flyers, it's also the last regular season football game at Richardson Stadium. The Cats coming off of a setback against Morehead State. And Coach, now that you've had time to look at the tape, how do you evaluate your team's performance on Saturday?
Well, I think the first thing is we have to have a short memory. I think it's probably one of the biggest things I take from my life as a baseball player. When you're swinging the bat, you better have a short memory, right? Because you're not successful a lot. So I think you tap into that philosophy because we certainly, we weren't very good Saturday, right? In about every aspect, right? And so many of us had a part in that, from our staff to our players, and we've met, we've discussed it, right? And it wasn't for lack of effort or preparation. It was just. One of those Saturdays. If it could have gone wrong, it did. And I give Morehead State credit, right? I thought, they certainly came in really fired up. That showed after the game, right? Them dumping the cooler on their coach. Our guys are still having to be reminded that everyone is extremely excited to play us. We are people's Super Bowl. That won't be any different this week. The quick take from the film, we simply just made too many mistakes. Right, we didn't tackle real well. We had some busted coverages. We turned the ball over on offense. We didn't block real well. Right, all those things add up to a really, really bad Saturday. And I hate that for us. I hate that for our team. But I know we're a good football team, right? And we've showed that over and over. And I look forward to getting on the field Saturday, right, and getting this taste out of our mouth and playing the type of football I know we're capable of playing.
Well, with Saturday's game in the rearview mirror, I mean, this is a big game in many ways. Not only is it the last game for your seniors at Richardson Stadium, it's the last game for the entire team at Richardson Stadium. That's been a tough place to play since you arrived. The Cats are 26-6 at home since the start of the 2018 season. That includes winning 17 of the last 18 at Richardson Stadium. And with those wins piling up, so is the fan support from the community. What does it mean to you to see the people come up and show up for this team as the program continues to build a culture?
Yeah, well, Saturday, it's going to be an emotional day for a lot, right? We have so many alums that are coming back for the last game in Richardson, right? We have celebrations planned, and we're looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a great home crowd. We're going to need it, right? And they've shown up game after game, and as you say, we play well at home. Our guys are excited. They'll have a lot of family members in town as well for our seniors, and our seniors deserve, right, a great home crowd. They deserve a great send-off by our program, our team, our community, for everything they've brought to this program over these last 4 years. They're part of a group that completely changed a football culture here at Davidson.
And speaking of that group, this is a team that has gone 27-13 since the senior class has arrived. 2 PFL championships, 3 playoff appearances, maybe a third and a fourth respectively if things shake out on Saturday. Just talk about how transformational this senior class has been for your football program.
Well, I will tell you this. I have thoroughly loved coaching them, right? And this year, it's been a blessing for me, right, to watch them grow. They are unselfish. They are incredibly committed to our beliefs, to what we want to see accomplished as a program, and they care deeply about one another, and they care deeply about this college. They care deeply about this program. And so when you start mentioning words like that, man, you can't help but think about the impact they've had, and they will have on generations to come through this program.
Last but not least, you take on the Dayton Flyers for the second year in a row in the final game of the season. The stakes are much different for them. Last year, it was a win or go home game where the winner of the game got the automatic qualifier. This year, they're going to play the spoiler role, and that was after they had a big win on their senior day against Marist. What should we expect from the Dayton Flyers, and how will you get your team to prepare for them this week?
Well, we have to prepare that this is their Super Bowl, right? I shouldn't have a hard time convincing our team after Saturday of that, right? And I thought that's probably one of the things that I think stood out to me is, and I said this to the team, they were more committed to their game plan than we were. And their game plan was to really sell out whatever they had to do to win the football game last week. And, we're going to see that same effort, intensity, and focus out of Dayton because this is their Super Bowl. This is a notch they can put on their belt, take it into the offseason. And so we have to be ready for that fight. We do. And not 1 out of 3 plays. We have to be ready for that fight every play and down the distance. And, you know, we're a young football team. A lesson learned the hard way last Saturday. But there's no doubt in my mind this group has learned that. We'll be ready for that fight. But they're a program that is not used to being in this role. They're used to playing for something at the end of the season like last year. And so, you know, they're going to be eager to show that they're an up-and-coming team, that they're much better than their record indicates. And I do believe they are much better than their record indicates.
Well, Coach, it should be a memorable night on Saturday. Best of luck with the preparation this week, and good luck this Saturday against the Flyers.
Thanks, Paul.
He's head coach Scott Abel. My name is Paul Roper, inviting you to head to the final game at Richardson Stadium. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event. This program certainly appreciates your support and deserves your support, as does the senior class of over 20 that will be honored prior to Saturday night's game against Dayton. If you can't make it to the game, you can watch it online on Davidson All Access or listen to our pregame coverage starting at 6:30 on the Davidson Sports Network from Learfield, WHIP 1350 AM, 99.3 FM. Kickoff at 7 p.m. That'll do it for another week of Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health. We'll see you next time on DavidsonWildcats.com.